Thank you, Christine. Good morning, everyone. Greater Bay Area means very different things to different people and communities, of course. It may mean greater economic opportunities, the more interactions across culture and society and communities. It may mean the greater regional integration. It may mean a greater political influence. But from the perspective of climate change, it certainly means a much intensified economic human activities. And the way we're going to build this develop the Greater Bay Area in the next decades, if not longer, will have a huge implication for climate change. And therefore, we as a community definitely have a much greater responsibility to think how we're going to build this Greater Bay Area, how we're going to invest, and what kind of output, what kind of outcome and impact we're going to have. So this is this I think not only for our business community but also for our government, non-government, academic communities. Professor Zhang just asked a very profound question, I think quite relevant, whether or not Greater Bay Area is a high climate risk region. And his answer is definitely yes, because this is an area we have a higher probability and much more vulnerable than most of the areas. It is a very high exposure to this climatic extremes. And it's also a high value that can be lost to all of this. And therefore, to respond to this high risk, and we have to have a systematic thinking and response. And climate risks, there are direct climate risks as we discussed earlier, and these risks can actually propagate to across the border, to across the all the boundaries and borders. Professor Gibson does talk about fish does not recognize administrative boundaries. So does the climate risk, and therefore there is a necessity, for different regions to come together, and different jurisdictions come together to deal with this the systemic climate risks. We also know this climate risks can actually cascade along these different lines to different domains. Well, so therefore there's a necessity for all of the different domains, the different areas and sectors to come together. And then finally, this is and we should take this climate change as an opportunity. So a point was Magnus in the discussion highlighted, and when we are doing this response, building the Greater Bay Area, there are greater opportunities for us to take the leadership, right? How we're going to build a green, low carbon, low impact, and highly resilient and sustainable Greater Bay Area actually present a huge opportunity for all of us to take the leadership. When I come to Hong Kong, especially when listening to your response to this typhoon Mangkhut, I was very impressed. You have demonstrated a huge resilience, a great capability to deal with this the climate extremes. And I also know together, we can build a much greater resilience and much greater community to all these climate risks. And therefore, the responsibility, necessity, and the opportunities, are the things we really should look at for this development of Greater Bay Area. And for sure, we're going to have a different version of development for this great initiative. Thank you.
Thank you very much.